Hello, this is Ben. This is my first recording of just being outside, walking laps, walking back and forth, whatever this is. I think I figured it's time I finally just started actually recording my thoughts instead of just letting the wind take them away on a near daily basis. I'm walking close to a road, so if you hear cars, that's why. I do apologize in advance for that. But yeah, just letting the words just go away, go to waste in some way. Also, it's kind of windy. Again, apologies. Just having the thoughts and words just roll away, kind of a waste of time, kind of. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing this. If years later, if I do save this sounds like absolute trash, I'm probably not gonna be too surprised about it. This is really just a test to see if I can do this, if I want to do this. So yeah, I'm just walking back and forth on my driveway. Today it's a little bit wet and I don't want to get my shoes wet. Also going through a cough, so there's that on top of all this. Cars, wind, cough. Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic first entry. But anyway, I think I decided to keep a personal log just to get my thoughts out there, like, and actually into something instead of just out to the wind, like I said. If you hear a lot of repeating, that's probably going to be quite often because I'm just going off the cuff here. Yeah. What's funny is now that I hit record, my mind was racing prior to this. And now that I hit that button, now all of a sudden it feels like freezing. When I'm not even talking to someone. I'm just talking to an inanimate object that just happens to be recording. And I don't know why I feel scared now, in a sense. I don't know why. Like, I just... Around this time, 6 months ago, if I was looking at myself right now, I would be rolling my eyes, chuckling to myself, going, what the absolute hell are you doing? You were never like this for the past 6 years. Hell, you were hardly like this for the past, you could argue, 10 years. Maybe that 1 year where you were just really down in that pit during that time, where I especially know where it is, when it was. Maybe that's the one exception, but with a new environment, you got out of it pretty quickly. And now it seems like you're back in that pit again. Granted, you're not mean to anyone, you're not snappy at anyone. Maybe you're wearing a mask to make sure that you don't do that again, because burning bridges is just not fun, and it can do irreparable damage, as I very well know. But 6 months ago, you felt like you were on top of the world. Granted, you didn't have the best job ever, but you're getting income. Granted, I have a job again, so I'm very happy with that, at a place that I do enjoy working at. Christmas is coming up. It's possibly the happiest time of the year. There's still no snow on the ground, so go figure. But, well, yes, it is a stressful time because of that. It's also going to be a happy time because family is coming around. It's the season of giving. It's the season of thanks. And yet I don't see you smiling as much as you could be. I don't see you with your family as much as you could be. And why is that? Why is that? You are a creative mind. Granted, a creative mind stuck in a place you don't want to be, that you are unable to get out of relatively quickly. It is very much wrong place, wrong time situation, but You have seen others get out of that. Some with great difficulty, which I'm sure you will go through. But it's not impossible. You will get out of here. You will get out of the situation. It's only a matter of time, and it's only a matter of effort. 6 months ago, you might have been drifting, but still you got through it. You had a smile on your face. You were happy. And it's not that you're not happy now, but you seem to be a little bit less happy. You seem to be a little bit unsure, in a sense. What happened? What happened to the smiling Ben that had teeth showing, that had ears raised? What happened to the oh-so-smiling Ben that I miss all those months ago? Well, I guess I don't know how to start, but I guess I'll try. Around 5-6 months ago, I decided to refresh on some old videos that I used to watch on a YouTube channel. That YouTube channel, Team 4 Star, is a lovely channel. Go subscribe to it. I know they're not doing that much. I know they're doing more Hiffle content now, which, while I'm not the biggest fan of, a lot of people seem to enjoy it quite a bit, and I don't blame them for it. It is funny. It's just not my personal cup of tea. But also, for a short while, they were doing like abridged versions of some other anime shows. One of those being JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which they did the first 3. I hope they continue that, because that was really funny. Those were of high quality. Really enjoyed it. The other one was Demon Slayer, which, again, the video was of high quality. I really enjoyed it. Maybe I'll get into that. Maybe one day. Who knows? Who knows? And then there's the third one. The third one that has kind of been... That was the spark and droplet, if that makes sense, that caused me to light a flame, and that also caused me to drown simultaneously. The 2 videos that they made, which is the first 2 seasons, of course, was the anime My Hero Academia. Now, this is not the first time I have seen both of these videos. It might have been the second, hell, it might have been the third. But the first or second time I saw it, I just thought it was like the others. Like, it was a really funny short snippet of scenes and tropes that they mocked, of course, that I found very entertaining. Again, it was high quality. Nothing but the best from those guys there at TFS. But it was the most recent time that kind of, I don't know why. Either I was going through a phase, my mindset must have been at the perfect level, or I just had the perfect mindset, however you wish to see it. But there was a quick snippet in that, I want to say, first video that really kind of got the gears in my head going. That really got me thinking, I guess. When the video is introducing the rest of the supporting cast for the show, the second character that they showed was indeed the love interest of the main character. And what she said was, I'm a love interest who's never going to get enough screen time. And I don't know why, but that got me motivated in a way. That got me sparked in a way. I don't know how else to put it, but the third time, again, maybe it was second, but definitely the third time I heard that, I was thinking, well, TFS does sometimes exaggerate a bit, of course for comedic effect, and I'm not blaming them for this. This is not a critique of that per se. I know they're doing their job, and I know they're doing their job well. But for some reason, I don't know why, but I didn't want to believe them, in a sense. This is months ago, so my memory is a little bit dodgy, if you could say, but like I said, this is just an off-the-cuff, off-the-script recording. So, I'm just gonna keep going, I guess. I didn't want to believe them, in a way, so what I did then was I went to other YouTube videos, I went to Google Images, just to see how the fans reacted to this. And I got some pretty cool image montages with romance songs in the background, which of course is par for the course in that community. I went to Google Images, saw some very interesting images that I still do have, I still do keep. They are of high quality. Good job to those artists. And so I also started watching some YouTube videos with certain clips of them actually, I don't know if you could put it in quotes, being together. But I eventually did learn, it's like, yeah, not only does she not have enough screen time, but the relationship doesn't either. And it's like, well, that's sad, because of course some of the fans want that to be more focused on. And I don't know why, but in a sense I kind of felt an obligation to want that for them too. And I don't know why. This isn't even the first time being introduced to this concept. Why then did this pique my interest? Why then did this put a spark in me? Why did this happen? And the truth is, I don't know. I don't know why it happened. You could possibly take a guess that it was a challenge I wanted to give myself to possibly, like, I don't know, maybe like whether it was influence or change or something, maybe even just simply wish for it to be the case. I don't know why. But literally a week prior to this, I would have never even given a second thought to this franchise, to this show at all. I just thought it was another shonen anime with a dedicated fan base that had their strong vocal opinions that at the time I wanted nothing to do with. So why is this, in a sense, why is this eating away at me? For a product that I had little to no interest in for the longest time. Was it something calling to me? Was it a challenge beckoning to me? I don't know. I don't know why. So I looked deeper into the show, not too much. I don't know why, maybe because maybe I was just focused on the parts that only interested me at the time. And I know it's not a romance show, I know it's not a relationship show, but over time, I wanted it to be that. Over time, I wanted it to be what it couldn't be, or didn't want to be, or what it can't be. And so I guess it just ate at me. I was like, why are you not taking advantage of this, I don't know, narrative strategy, if you want to put it in that sense? Why are you not taking advantage of this narrative strategy? Because eventually, over time, I started to get to know these characters. I started to get to know their wants and needs and the dynamic between each of them. And over time, I started to adore the characters and their relationships more than the story and their abilities, which is, of course, what the focus of the show is. So now, every time I either see something about it or hear something about it or it crosses my mind, I'm never going to be satisfied with the end result in my head, because it's not going to give me what I want. If that sounds selfish, if that sounds stupid, it probably is. I don't blame you for thinking that. So now I guess what's eating at me, in a way, in a sense, is I might just want to either binge or read the whole thing in its entirety, despite the pain it might cause me. I know that sounds so, I guess, I don't know, over dramatic in many ways, but when you're lost, and you can't really sometimes explain why. But I'm kind of wanting to binge or read the whole thing up to the point of where it is. As of recording this, the manga currently is not finished, though it is getting very close to the end. But I might want to watch or read the whole thing, take notes, and maybe one day, maybe even sooner, I'm thinking of, I don't know, I've been thinking of rewriting the story, not as a plot and ability-based story, but as a coming-of-age story. More character-based, more relationship-based, slower scenes, more dialogue potentially. And I know that might upset a lot of people. That might upset a lot of fans who are used to the story and the themes as they are now. And I get it. I 100% get it. For any other franchise or story, I would probably be in that camp. But I don't know why not this one. Why is it this one that I'm leaning that direction? Why is it this one that I want something for this that I would want the opposite for others? I don't know. I already do kind of have a, I don't know, I guess you could call it an outline of it. It's a little bit in my head. I have some of it typed out in my computer, if you want to even call it an outline. It's more like just a list, per se. But why does this all have to go back to being that person who's not smiling as much? The person who 6 months ago would not have given this whole mentality a second thought, at least after a couple days, let alone a couple months. I guess it's because I'm unsure of whether or not only will the story be good, but is making this story considered a waste of time. And I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time. I don't want to feel like I'm insignificant. I don't want to feel like I'm not good enough. Will people like it? I don't know. And I guess I've been trying to tell myself that it's worth it, that it's good. But every time I sit down to get started, I freeze up, and all the demons, all the doubts come flooding back to me, and I immediately get up and walk away from it, acting like a scared little kid in the corner. With all the people in my head yelling, "Why would you do this? Why would you waste your time on an inferior product when we already have something better already?" And I hate that feeling. I honestly hate it. I want to get started. I keep being told I should get started. But the voices keep coming back, and I just don't want to feel like a fraud, like an imposter. I love these characters. I love these characters to death. Even some of the original characters from other fans that I have also read on blogs online. I love those characters too. Maybe not all of them, but there are some that are like, wow, I really wish this was in the main storyline, because they are just so good and so well written and so unique and so likable. And so maybe I'm just wishing for a fantasy, I guess, that there was a story with all these elements in it. And I guess maybe I'm the only one who not only can think of it, but wants something like that. And that can feel lonely, and it does. I've tried to talk to some friends about this, but they're not really interested in the anime community, and I don't blame them. It can be pretty weird sometimes, and it is. No offense to anyone in that fan community. After all, I am in it. But there are just some people who are just not interested. And that's all right. That's okay. But why is this eating at me? Am I not good enough? Will people just not read or watch or listen to it? It's not knowing. That's the worst part. And like I said, if I just get started, if I just get the ball rolling, then maybe it won't be as bad. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. But the voices keep coming back, and it's so frightening. The doubts, the uncertainty. I don't know what to do. I feel like I have this great story in mind, but I just don't know if other people will agree. I'm not sure what I might do with this recording. I'm not sure whether or not I'll publish it somewhere. If anyone's willing to listen to this, I might just keep it on my phone for my own personal sake. I don't know what I'll do with it eventually, but this is my status as of this recording. I'm not even sure if I'm going to end this here or not, but that's the status of me as of this moment, as of this recording. Just the doubts in my mind, the uncertainty of the creative process that I'm in right now. Is anyone willing to not only listen to this, but to hear or see or read my story? It just does seem slow. I do apologize. Like I said, this is more off the cuff, getting my thoughts out there. I'm not sure what else to talk about right now. There's also some original content, like actual original content, that I might want to write down. I do eventually want to become a filmmaker one day, but based off of where I am now, both financially but geographically, that's not probably going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, I'm just getting by on a day-to-day basis, just wallowing in my own self-doubt, as pathetic as that might sound, going from paycheck to paycheck in a town that's surrounded entirely by cornfields. Yeah, so take this, whatever you want to call it, blog, audio piece. Yeah, like I said, I'm just, right now, you might not call me a complete mess, but it's in the ballpark. It's definitely in the ballpark. So, yeah, I might just leave it there for today. The date as of this recording, I probably should have said this at the beginning, but I don't know. The date as of this recording is Wednesday, December 14th, 2022. This recording is now dated. So let that be a joke, let that be a meme for future references. I might just end it here, because I'm not sure what else to tell you. I'm not sure what else I can say, what can be said. This is just my life as it is now. I thank you for your time and patience. I'm just, to put it bluntly, I'm just lost.